seriousness, I do now wish that I had written out and rehearsed an actual speech. But, so, I'm a teaching assistant and a cover supervisor. And for those of you that don't know, a cover supervisor is like a supply teacher, except you're not trained and you just have to convince the kids that you're a real teacher. And most of us cover supervisors actually go in and try to teach because there's no point having an hour taken up by a free lesson and they could actually be getting something out of it. So, as I said, I'm from Wales. Yes, to begin with, so we've not got everything perfect in Wales with education. There's still a lot of improvement to go. But we're making some really good steps, and I feel it's relevant to the debate that I say some of what. So it's already been mentioned that we have no free schools and no academies in Wales. But also, so one of the key things is that in Wales we work very closely. The unions work closely with the authorities, with the Welsh Government. So that communication, it allows us to look at things such as agencies. So I don't know if any of you know about agencies, but basically supply staff, we're supplied through, usually through an agency. And what that means is that a private company takes money that has been put aside for education when it could really just be organised by the local authority. So that needs dealing with, because that's a big chunk of money that comes out of there. But that engagement with the unions and with the authorities in Wales, that's taking us a step forward as well. Now we're trying a new curriculum, the Donaldson curriculum. I'm hopeful that it's a step in the right direction. It's looking more at the Scandinavian model. Furthermore, where we're doing really well in Wales is in the foundation years, in nursery and in reception. Now I've worked all the way from nursery right up to working sometimes with sixth form. I've done all the years because I'm supply, teaching assistant, cover supervisor. I've also worked in London, so I can compare. Now our early years is now putting a focus onto play and onto, what's the word, pedagogy. I can't do that word, but focusing on play and focusing on nurturing. And we need to take that now and put it through all the years. Because, as it's been mentioned, there's high levels of mental health issues, not just with the pupils, actually with the staff as well, and the stress that we're under. I know many good TAs that have left the profession because they can't afford to keep their, to pay for their kids, to look after their kids. They can't afford it, so they've left the profession. Teachers are getting overworked. They're working more hours than they're actually being paid. And supply staff, we walk in, and because the pupils are so bored and disillusioned and don't see the point of the school system because it's not working for them, they then rebel, and we have to walk into a room and face hell and spend half an hour just trying to get them to settle down and actually... To wind up? Sorry, yeah. So, just to wind up, I would leave you with a thought. I've never met a bad 4-year-old. I've never met a 4-year-old that was evil. So, every child has a chance, and if we give them a proper education, we'll empty our prisons, we'll sort out, we'll have much less problems with the NHS, social issues,